Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elrinth, the first boss, and today we're gonna do a pickups video. So last time we checked out my Super Nintendo games I bought from Spelasont, I think they were called. And now my second package came with a few more SNES games. So first up we have Kirby's Funpak 8 games in 1. My friend Johan actually brought this and we played a little bit of it. And I absolutely love the music in it, so I had to have it, and we're gonna take a look at the music sometime later. So there we have the first game, and here we have Super Adventure Island. I actually have the second game for the Super Famicom, and they're a bit different. I think the first one is more traditional Wonder Boy or Adventure Island. You just run from left to right and finish some stages and maybe some bosses. So it's gonna be cool. This one has a really good track. I've actually started remixing one of the tracks. I'll perhaps give you guys a preview here in the video. Next up we have Actraiser. So this game actually came out recently on the Nintendo Switch with a remastered version, or rearrange or remake, if you would like to call it like that. Some prefer the original, but I think they actually patched the Switch version and made it much better. I haven't played it myself. I think I never actually finished Actraiser. We used to rent this game as kids, and I really loved it, and it had this really cozy music when you're protecting the village from the monsters in the between each stage you have to protect the villagers from monsters and like build roads and stuff like that. So that was a really fun strategic element in the otherwise 2D platformer action super game, and the music by Yuzo Koshiro is amazing as usual. And last time I showed you I bought Contra 4, or the one for DS. Here we have Super Contra 3, the Alien Wars for Super Nintendo, or Super Pro Protector here in Europe. So this is the American copy, and this game has some of the best music on Super Nintendo. And it's also one of the best games on Super Nintendo in my opinion. Really good, 2-player co-op, just so good. They just made Contra even better. That's really good. And then we have a bunch of PC games. I'm gonna go through these quite quickly. These are really old ones, and here we have Alien vs Predator 2.
Damn it! My medicine. Cheating black market. The latest stuff is shit. Each batch is worse than the last.
It's the adrenaline, General. It breaks down the doses. I'll get another.
No. It will dull me. I must be sharp.
I bought all these in bulk for like 10 euro or something from a guy who was just going to throw them. So I'm like, no, I can take them. Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare. I haven't played this one. Starfleet Commander, a Star Trek game. I haven't played this one either. Looks like a strategy game, sort of. And here's a classic. I have this for PS4/5, Grim Fandango, but this is the original one, so really good game.
Maybe so.
He looks much better with his heart not ripped out.
And a bunch of CDs here. Let's go through them really quickly. Syndicate, good game from Bullfrog, which was killed by EA, sadly, I think. Syndicate Wars, the sequel. And G-Police, I think this was on PlayStation 1 as well. Pretty good, sort of reminds me a bit of Descent maybe. Pretty good shooter. Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun. I actually played Tiberian Sun a lot. I don't think it's as good as Command & Conquer or Red Alert, but I actually like this one.
Building captured. Unit ready. Unit lost. Base under attack. Missile launch detected. Building captured. Unit ready.
And here's a classic. I'm gonna hold there. This is Quake 3 Arena, one of my favorite FPS games ever.
You are tied for the lead. Taken the one frag left.
And here we have Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. So it's a side-scrolling action adventure, or maybe not so much action, but an adventure game. And here's Mech Commander. I think this is the Mech Warrior games, but sort of a strategy game. I'm unsure. I never played this game.
Hitman here, changing attack range. The enemy is engaging.
Enemy mech destroyed.
No problem, sir.
Get it, get it.
And here's Dune 1. the first Dune. I think the first Dune is actually more of a adventure game, whereas Dune 2 and Dune 2000 is real-time strategy games. I only played Dune 2 and Dune 2000. Never played the original, so it's gonna be exciting to try this out on my PC.
We were captured by the heart. We are awaiting you. Have a look at the characteristics of my troop. There's nothing like military training. I've seen a spice harvester around. There isn't anyone using it. It would be nice to have. I'm sure that we'll do a better job with this harvester. Show me where you want me to go.
And KKND, Crush, Kill and Destroy. Looks like a... I think I played this as a kid sometime. Released in 1997 by EA. By Beam Software. It's such RTS, sort of like Command & Conquer. Gonna be pretty cool to try this one out. I'm pretty sure I tried it out sometime, but...
Okay, research completed. I'll take it. Research started.
Also, seems all the big boxes for these games are gone, so it's only CDs and these sort of DVD cases. But for 10 euros, I think that's okay for these old games. And then I bought some new games. This is Alwa's collection, so it's got Alwa's Awakening and Alwa's Legacy, the second game. I've never played Alwa's Legacy, so I need to play that. I have it on the Switch already, but I haven't had time to play it. And also I picked up Paper Mario Origami King. It was cheap from somewhere, I forgot, at some store here in Sweden. And I picked up some GBA games. This is Mario Power Tennis by Camelot, the guys who made Golden Sun. I think this one has music by Motoi Sakuraba. I'm unsure, but I think so. And I love his music, so I had to try it out. And also, I picked up Super Mario Advance. This is the first Advance game released, and this is Super Mario Bros. 2, or Super Mario Bros. USA, as it was released in Japan. So this is one of my favorite Super Mario Brothers games, where you can select between Mario, Toad, the Princess Peach, or Toadstool, maybe her name is, and Mario and Luigi, yeah. Really fun game. And then we have a bunch of random games. This is Continental, I think it's called. It's an RPG. And I already own this game for the PC98. I think it's down here. So the boxes look identical, basically, except on the side here it says PC98 on one and X68000 on the other. And I just want to see what kind of difference are there in these games. Then we have I think this is a new release, found on Beep Shop in Japan. One guy over in Yahoo Auctions was selling this. I think it was such cumbersome to buy from Beep Shop, so I bought it on auctions. So it includes Dragon Slayer, and what's this game? Some other game, and Romancia. I forgot what the second game is. Like Egypt. Ah, here we have it. Templo del Sol, Azteca 2. And I just want it for the Dragon Slayer game, and it says Falcom. I love Falcom, so it's gonna be cool to see how the audio sounds, but I'm guessing it's going to sound a bit similar to the Ys 1 and 2 collection they released, Beep Shop by Falcom. The audio isn't super great. They didn't really like put down too much effort on it. And then we have another Dragon Slayer game. So this is Legend of Heroes. I've already shown the first game on MSX, Legend of Heroes. The field music from that game, I absolutely love that music. So this is the Mega Drive version, and it has slightly different music, and I'd love to play it to you guys sometime later. But yeah, it's half expensive, not super expensive, and not super common. It comes up a bit now and then, but yeah, it also came with a little pin with a, looks like Adol, but he's got sort of a orange-ish haircut. So very cool. Also, when this came, it was like covered in dirt, so dirty. And next up we have Doom 2, the floppy disk version. I actually already bought this previously. So now I have a duplicate. One of them has the sticker which used to be over the opening on the box to make sure it's like new in box. So that's cool. Why I bought a copy is because the first floppy disk on my copy here didn't work. Shit happens. And I think that there was one missing disk as well. So this one has all 9 floppy disks. Let's see. Yes. So there we have disk 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, it's called P, the last disk. P. Whereas this other box I have didn't contain that last disk. So it has all disks up to 8, but not the P disk. And yeah, 1 to 8, but it's missing the P disk. I think it's only a patch disk, so it like updates Doom version to something higher or something. Or it's like a program disk maybe, like to boot it. Yeah. So I'm really happy. I still haven't tried it out to see if it works. I have to do that very soon, maybe tomorrow. So there we have that. And here we have a really cool box art for the game called Dungeon Hack. My friend Tonius used to talk about this when I was a kid, or when we went to, what's it called, high school, I think. And it's got Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition rules by Forgotten Realms. And if you look at the box art for the European or American release of this game, it's so boring. So I bought this one because I actually already own this. I have it in the other room. But yeah, this one came with a manual. I really wanted the manual because, well, there might be some cool art inside, which I don't think there was though. Yeah, there's some in-game art. They just copied some screenshots from the game in grayscale, sadly. But yeah, I wanted the manual, and also I think, yeah, this one has the sticker still for the user disc, because you usually, or the save disc, you have to make a save disc, so it still has the sticker. It's very cool. And also it came with a homemade floppy disk here. There we go. And of course, I already have the box, but I don't have the complete floppy disks. So this is Eye of the Beholder 2, The Legend of Darkmoon by Capcom. So in Japan, Capcom actually published this. That's not what happened in Europe or America, but in Japan they did. So that's really cool. Yeah, this one should be complete with all the floppies. I still haven't tried it, of course. There we go, all 3 floppies. Bam, bam, bam. I think all my other box only had 1 floppy though, like 3 or something, disc 3. And it's really cool, they have the Capcom logo on the floppy disk slide door. Really cool. And another Eye of the Beholder game. So this is the first game, Eye of the Beholder. And this one comes with a little map here. You have to turn it in the sort of a pirate copy protection. So you have to turn it to the proper placement for these symbols here, and there's like codes and stuff here which you input when you start the game. And it comes on only 2 floppies and a few manuals and stuff like that. So I was missing floppy 1 in my other box of Eye of the Beholder 1, so now I have a complete Eye of the Beholder 1. And also the final game here is Metal Force. So this is a shoot 'em up for the PC98, and people previously told me it's not a great game. And then I downloaded it and played it on my PC98, and I'm like, wow, this has really good music. I mean, it's an okay shooter, but the music is really, really good. So I had to have it. So this is Metal Force for the PC98. It was never ported to anything else, at least what I know of. And yeah, that's it. Really cool. Awesome. And it seems to have all the discs, the system disk and the opening disk and the data disk. So yeah, that's the pickups for this time, and this Elden Ring Collector's Edition, I was just using it to block the vision here for you guys. But yeah, I'm actually going to sell this one because I finished Elden Ring, and I'm not sure they're going to release any DLC for it. Probably not. But if they do, I will probably just rebuy Elden Ring the standard edition, because I don't really need the statue which is inside, and it's just taking up big space. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about this time. Oh, one last thing. Da, da, da. I forgot to tell about this. I actually bought it. A guy in Sweden was selling it for very much. So this is SD Gundam Dimension War for the Virtual Boy. Now I'm only missing one game, and that game has actually come up on auction in Japan, and it's at, I think, 5,000 euros. So it's very expensive, and that's the virtual bowling game. So I'm unsure if I'll actually be able to afford to ever finish my Virtual Boy collection. So there's a big risk that I will actually sell off my Virtual Boy collection before I finish it. But yeah, we will see what happens. But it's really nice to have the SD Gundam game. That was really expensive and it's quite hard to find. The guy selling it actually had another copy which was better quality, but I'm like, this is good enough for me because I've been looking for the game for a long time at a reasonable price. And while it's not reasonable because at like release it costs like, I don't know, 80 euros max, and now it's like 800 euros minimum. So yeah, collecting Virtual Boy is expensive. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if you'd like to see any of these games being played live or something, please put a comment down below. Also, what do you think about Dungeon Hack? Anyways, like and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye!